Hey, it's me. I wanted to just put some music on in the background. Hold on. Um, so I was. Oh, I got it. I don't even know it's like which side this is on. It's so different than the other cameras. Um, so I was. Oh, hey, Savannah Mia. I kept that. You know, I keep everything though. So, um, I was just looking at lights and stuff. Um, I don't know what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about things that were on my mind, and um, just pull a couple cards out of random. You know, I like random things. Sean got home and I asked if he wanted to have some of that Indian food that I made this morning. His tummy hurts. Oh, I'm going to shuffle both decks. I don't even know if you're supposed to do that. I always do my own thing. So I sent an email to the court and everybody. Maria won't talk to me on the phone. Neither will Kelly. You know what? I mean, it's just like, whatever. So I talked to the court this morning, and they were like, we don't like to get in the middle of it. And I'm like, oh, because you're running it. You know, I mean, and then I'll tell you this. When I sat down at the first court thing, there was a microphone in front of me with the number 666. Right? I know. And Sean and Chrissy and Margie were like, yeah, funny, right? And then Judge Edward Wall, you know. No. Let's see what this one says. Oh, I don't mind that. You know, this side. I've had that card before. So, oh, and then I made an assignment. It was kind of a thesis thing. Don't worry if you can't see the numbers to answer the questions with, because I printed some of them in white. Because I'm evil. Not really. I just thought, you know what? All's fair. You know? Oh, these ones, I don't actually really need them. Not these ones. These are safety glasses. Like the safety dance. And I didn't wear my hat. You know? So, so I was, you know, I didn't talk to her, but I emailed my sister, Christine Marie Lindgren, you know, and she's the one that told me that the court's lying, you know, so it's like, and then I was just like, whoa, wow, they're lying, go figure, you know. Oh, and they get another song that I really like, and she was like, you know, the Guardian and Leiden are supposed to be able, you know, they're supposed to do all these things, like give you their background information if you requested it. And I did request it. I said, Kelly, I want to know your history. You know, what makes you an expert? How can I trust that you would do the right thing? She didn't really want to answer that. So I was like, I love Kenny Rogers, by the way. You know. I said that I don't like country, but, you know. Whatever. I like old country, you know, like Delta Dawn and like Patsy Cline, and Loretta Lynn, and some of the old timers. So I was sitting outside and I was looking at the ladies over at Teen Challenge, and those are the people I would help. You know? Who knows why? Oh yes, I forgot. I mentioned that already. Stephen Philip Lindquist cares. That's who, you know. I know, you think I'm crazy. That's alright. And you don't have to like me either. You know? There are people that I haven't liked in my life, and I'm still nice to them. I flipped this one around today. A little dove on it. A dove, not a devil. You know. This is something that'll get you, and I don't know if you understand that, but I was listening to some kind of visions and voices I heard, and the numbers that came up in my head, it was sequenced like in a cipher, and I was like, so I figured it out, and it was the Red Cross, the Minneapolis Red Cross. That's where I did CPR training. I was actually thinking about working for them at one time, but, you know, they're taking my nursing license away again. Right? Oh, I've got it. If you ever care about coming and joining me for a protest, it's in October the 2nd at the State Board of Nursing on the Green Line off of Prospect Park. You know. Oh, and my court trial, you know, the one that I said was a joke. I should read you what I wrote them. I sent it to pretty much everyone that was involved. Oh, I left out a few people. But it pretty much said that, you know, the whole thing has been a joke since I had a legal representation in the first place, you know. Somebody sat in on a private conversation. Oh, and the SUNY. Jeez. I'd asked for a guardian ad litem at the beginning. They didn't do it, you know. Of course, you know why? They don't listen to me. I heard what the judge said, though. He said, get a lawyer. I did get a lawyer. And then she, although she was ethically responsible to help me and responsible for what happened, you know, dropped the ball. She gave me all the documents. I have even the hidden documents of people proving that people broke into my computer and stole my stuff. Names of people who hurt me. I'm not going to say any of them. Why should I? I'm not even going to present any evidence because it's not real, you know? Savannah and Mia know, you know? It's funny because they're like, you're the only family we have left, you know? It's sad, really. Oh, and I forgot to mention, yes, Steve needs to heal. Yeah. Stephen, heal thyself. I've done that. You know, I just do these things because it's like, you know what? I get to tell my side of the story. Sean's the historian, his Tory historian, you know. And, oh, let me put on this other, I made this video. I made this video, and I used somebody's song, but it was playing in the background, so it's like, you know, whatever. Here it is. A message. I said a message to Tara. You know, God only knows I sent her things to listen to, and she never did. You know? Oh, and then I think it's funny how my life is read like a book or a script. I had to call Apple the other day and say, hey, Josh, hunky dory, what's with the log me in log that I sent you? And he goes, oh, I don't have that. And I said, oh, because I have the email that you sent me right after that saying that you couldn't help me. I don't know if you can see these candles burning. I can see them reflecting, you know. It's funny, too, because I just... despite my knowing that it's a joke and it's to make me hurt, you know, to get at me, you know, and to have people say, you need to change your life. It's my life. You know, you need to change your life. You know, if you're worried about my life so much, you know, get a clue. I had been fine being, you know, inward thinking. And it's not that I don't care about people. You know, all those compartments of my life have just leaked out now. You know, I don't have that I'm a nurse. You know, that compartmentalized aspect. And I don't have that I'm a father. Well, I still have that. I'm a father. And that kind of goes this whole encompassing thing. You know. And, you know, those people who think, oh, Stephen, we know better. You know, here's something. Fuck you. You know? Oops, I swore. You know? Figure out what's better for you in your life before you start interfering with mine. You know? And I'm tired, you know, of, oh, we watched this movie the other night. Oh, I saw something in the woodshed. Yeah, I could tell you what she fucking saw. I don't care. You know, I was talking about, you know, I was there when Grandma Dorothy died, you know, and my family was so mad at me for not going back out there. Her soul left. She was gone. I was there when Grandpa died, too. They didn't want me in the room. It's part of the reason I became a nurse. You know? And Mary, watching her work when I was a little boy in the mental hospital at Rice because my mom couldn't take care of me, you know? That was another reason. It's funny, though. It's funny now because I'm like, oh, no, I've said too much, you know? Somebody's got some grand design to have, like, this utopia. You know what? No one really knows what I want. You know why? Because I've been pretty much trained my whole life to hide it. You know? And you know what? That Chris from Reiki, she was like, protect your heart, Stephen. She said, hold your hand right here. You know? I do that. I do that. Sean was right. It is meant to hurt me. And like I said, I can stand in the face of it, or sit, or walk away from it. And I know they're lying. You know? I know they're lying. And what do I do about it? You know what I do? I just let it. Let them lie. And then I'll just go like this. Like a hamster in a wheel. You know? And another one gets on. You know? And this song, you know what? I knew how to love when I was a little boy. I loved people who hurt me. And I kept trying to help them. You know? I kept trying to help them. I was the healer. Like, Margie, you've got to talk to Mom again. Chrissy, you know. And the letters, like, about Mom and Paul. Those were lies. I already showed them to you. You know, it's funny, too. I was like, I know my mom's handwriting. I have copies of it. And I remember the way she wrote. And you know what? I already shed all my pride and vanity. And Sean thinks I am egocentric or selfish. And you know what? I can be. I can be. You know, I haven't been my whole life. You know. And I walked away. I walked away when people love me. It's because they constantly wanted me to change and change and change and stay in stagnant situations just to help them. You know, it was their fragileness. You know, and it's funny. You know, not really funny anymore. You know. These are the only two in my life that I ever really cared about. And me dropping the lawsuit against Tara and stepping away from all this lies, I set them free. You know, I said my spirit is free. No one can hold it. No one can control it. You know, no one. I owe allegiances to no one except for Stephen Philip Lindquist and Sean, because I'm in a relationship with him. And if Sean was whoever in a past life or whoever on the other side trying to make up for things that happened, you know, I always said I am the strongest in our family because I had to be. You know, I had to be strong. Chrissy knows that. You know, Chrissy knows that. Yeah. I sent her an email once that I told her I didn't want to be the reason that her girls grew up to hate me or to think that I was responsible for her and Johnny getting divorced. You know, I hope they don't. You know, I reached out to Chris and You know, I sent her another email today. You know, we were the closest. And then she abandoned me, even though she knew she was standing right there. I still am letting people tell me that it's my fault. And I always have known that it isn't. You know, it isn't my fault at all. But I'll probably, like, take the blame for it. You know? Because that's what I do. You know, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. It must have been my mistake. I said that before. You know, I'll shoulder, you know, the burden. You know? I just gotta play this last song here. I like this song. I should have heard what my mom and Tom got married to. So, I don't know. I said I wasn't going to talk about anything personal. It's not like any of this is personal anymore. You know, my life has been like... A friend of mine told me just to keep my eyes down and not pay attention. That's kind of why I blind one side. Oh, this thing again. My work. I mean, not that I expect anybody to try to solve that. It's funny, you know. This thing gotta put down. Yeah. I applied for this Craigslist thing, dirty laundry on New York television. Win a free trip. Wouldn't that be fun? Ah! I might do it if they offer it. I mean, I'd be like, get on there and just be like, you know, like the old shows where I might, if, you know, they said they wanted to hear it. I was like, sure, why not? You know? I mean, our case is public knowledge. I mean, I would encourage anybody that wants to go down to the courthouse, check out the case. I could give you the case number. Oh, I published it already. So bad. Not that I expect people to go there, or others, you know, just... You know? It's funny. I just am like, do so many things. Like, I like doing these projects with lights. Here, I'm going to just show you. Nice, right? I know, right? I don't have a seizure disorder, so it doesn't get me. Oh my. If ever you're gonna like put patches on a sweater and somebody says they need to be the same, just be like, I'm gonna put whatever patches I want on. You know? Oh, and you know what's funny too is that all my emails seem to keep going to this person called me. Or you. You know? Miss Maria Meyer and Kelly Moscow, or whatever her name is, they don't seem to want to communicate with me. Now, the judge ordered them to have communication with, you know, the lawyers, since I'm my own lawyer. It's funny that they refuse to communicate with me and provide evidence or give me evidence that they've collected. That's what counsel does. I'm not sure though. Maybe it's different. Maybe not. I seem to remember something about like legal procedures saying that counsels are entitled to information that the other parties have collected. Now, I was told that I wasn't going to be able to present any evidence. Who knows? I could just sit there and watch it unfold. Let me find. Oh, that's that one. I don't know what other one to play. Oh, I like Mary Black. Don't know why. She's one of what? Sometimes I think she was singing with the Silly Sisters, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It was just music that I used to listen to a lot. I still do. I like some of the songs, you know. Okay, some people have said, "Well, Steve, you're just spirit," you know. Yeah. Really? You know. Well, oh, okay. No. Or that your children are all around you and you just can't see them, you know. Or it's some tomfoolery. Or that maybe you're like seeing things from a different perspective than everybody else and they don't see it. Um, I don't know. Or maybe they don't understand me. I mean, maybe they don't speak the same language or understand where my heart's coming from. You know, some people say, I love you. Love dub. S1, S2. You know. And then there's other heart tones. You know. I talked about that, the old cardiac stuff that I used to do. You know. And I don't even know the Roman numerals anymore about CVICU. You know. Yeah. So I just gotta do these, I'm gonna start doing these live events. I don't know if anybody watches them. I mean, in some ways I was told, that see they don't have any feelings or they don't know what's going on. And it might be scary to talk to them. Well, who talks to children, honestly, is their parents. And their dads with their daughters are honest. And I don't understand why somebody would think that they would know better than me how to be a parent. I have been responsible for taking care of more children and more adults in my life. Either helping them in the dying process or helping them grow and get well and healthy. And I'm like, but that doesn't make me a good parent, apparently. I didn't have to have a background check or anything to, donate my sperm, as Sean likes to call it. And Tara, if you're listening, and your parents, I hope your heart breaks. And that's not mean. What you did by not listening to me ever is the cause of this. You know that. Those kids would have died without me.